Social media has been a very, very, very impactful thing in this society today. It's completely changed all of our lives. It's changed how everybody operates. It's changed how people approach culture in general. The culture of the world is completely changed now that the digital world is such a huge place now at which we all go online, right? And there's a lot of, feelings we all have that, oh, I wish we could go back to a time where we didn't have all this technology and all this, phone usage, and the internet's full of negativity sometimes, and there's just so much negativity that comes with the digital world. But today, I am here to talk about the beauty of social media and what I love about it. So, the first thing that I absolutely love about social media is how it's expanded our networks. In real life, let's say we all just have no phones, right? Because that's how the world was at some point. We just had no technology and we couldn't communicate with one another. At least for me, since I'm younger, I could probably say that I had a flip phone when I was younger. But let's picture before having any source of technology. Your network is kind of who's in your proximity, wherever you travel to. But if you feel a little lonely, you feel like nobody really gets you, and you don't really have anybody to talk to about some interest that you have, who do you have to talk to, You have to find someone who's in your proximity that knows the most about this topic. However, now that we have the digital world and social media, it's so easy to go online and find someone who has the exact same opinion as you in the same wording. This blows my mind personally for me, because there are times where sometimes I do get lonely and I have lots of things I want to talk about, mindset, interests, hobbies, and sometimes there's not always necessarily someone who is as interested in those topics and hobbies that you like. Sometimes you have to go online and find someone to talk to, but that feeling that there's gonna always be someone online who feels the same and can say to you that you're not alone in this feeling or this thought or this interest, to me makes social media and just the online space so worth it. There's been many times before it's happened to me in group settings where I enjoy it and I'll have fun, but sometimes you just desire more. You don't feel fulfilled in the environment and you kind of want more. You just want more. You're looking for a certain level of conversation or deeper conversation or more fun conversation about certain things that you're interested in. For me, as a K-pop fan, that this was really helpful, because at the time I was in my prime K-pop standing years. Obviously now I think I'm a casual listener. However, back then, being able to talk to people online, I also used Discord at some point. Interesting. But yeah, being able to talk to people online about thoughts about songs when sometimes people around you may not be as interested in this in K-pop, because I don't think at the time I had people who were super into it as I was, because I was so into it. It became my whole world at some point. But I had people online to go and talk to about it, because I just needed some people to understand why I feel so passionate about this song, this group, this dance, this tea or drama, and you just can go online, talk about it. It's so fun. Another story time for all the gamers out there. When I played Minecraft, going online in a Discord chat, I had this designated group of friends online, and we could just play Minecraft because nobody around me was really playing it, so it was kind of boring a little bit. But I found people online who became my best friends at the time. Probably maybe should not have been talking to people online at that age, but it's for the memories, so I don't have any regrets. But one of the most fun times of my life has been my interactions with people online. And so I think part of what it is we kind of have this mindset where it's an all or nothing thing. We either don't want phones or technology, or we want it. And I think it's about regulation. Change could be bad or it could be good if you can acknowledge the positives of the change while also understanding where more regulation needs to be had. I think the internet's an interesting space where there's a lot of questionable things that go on online, but being able to just find someone who is really similar, especially mindset wise, because for me, I always felt, even in my life personally, that the level of maturing that I had to do so quickly, I think I didn't feel fully fulfilled just not being able to go online and see people who have a similar opinion or similar mindset. And there's just so many creators out there who do self-development videos, and they completely understand me and I understand them, and I think that that's so beautiful. Same with even K-pop creators, because sometimes you kind of want to stay interested in your hobbies, but if your friends fall out of it, you don't really have anyone to talk to. And even though I've kind of been more of a casual listener, having people who make K-pop content online has kept me a bit interested, at least for me, because I'm still an active ARMY or BTS fan. So I have some creators that I watch, and they constantly talk about K-pop, and I'll stay updated on what's going on, dances and things like that. Another thing that I think is super impactful about social media is the access to knowledge, because it's so easy to go online, search up a feeling or a thought that you have, and there's gonna always be results for whatever it is that you're talking about. You're always literally gonna feel seen and heard just by the internet existing, because if you say, I don't know what it is, but I just feel so disconnected from reality, you go online and there will be an explanation that may resonate with you and may not resonate with you, but if you keep scrolling long enough, you will find it. And I think that that's what's so beautiful about social media and the online space, is that some people, through being online, they realize things about their dynamics, their relationships, or their friendships that maybe they were unsure about it at the time, but then they looked it up and they were saying, you know what, this feels off, and I see exactly what I'm experiencing described. I think that that's a really, really beautiful part of social media that I love, is just the access to such a large pool of knowledge and facts and information about different topics in the world and different things. And without that, you could read a book, but the amount of times it takes sometimes to read a book and to find exactly what you're looking for takes a really long time. So I think that that's a really big thing. And honestly, even though social media is interesting, I would not want to go back without it. I think it really changed my life personally, because there's so many interests that I discovered online that I have to watch online. Even like I said, I was talking about K-pop. How could I watch it if there was no social media? I mean, I don't live in Korea, so I would have to go there. Am I gonna go there? Can I go there? Probably not. But because the online space exists, I can watch performance stages. I was doing that about 5 years ago. I was just watching every single performance stage, and that was really fun. So it's really easy to get to a space of extreme negativity where we have this, it's like an all or nothing mentality, right? So either we want this digital space or we just don't want it at all. But I think it's good to find a balance, come together and understand the good and the bad, and the beauty of social media, because I genuinely think it's beautiful when it's not being exploited or it's not being used in a negative way, in a positive way. It could be life-changing for a lot of us. So those are all my reasons. Like and subscribe for more of these videos, and thank you for watching. Bye.